Hey, what up, what up, what up? My name's just Enigma, and I'm just gonna, just let it rip, really. Just plug and play, start the recording, start a map, and talk about the current experience of Path of Exile 2 0.3 patch, The Rise of the Abyssal. How it is so far for me? Well, I'm having fun. Genuinely speaking, I had a really good time in the new Act 4 areas. I think the bosses were really cool. Some of them had really nice difficulty, especially in the interlude. This area right here, the one of the bosses here, absolutely insane. I think they have nerfed him now, but when I first fought him before the nerfs, it was pretty intense, a much more akin to a pinnacle boss than a campaign boss, and I really don't mind the difficulty, so that was kind of cool, I will have to say. Now, in terms of the new mechanic, which gives you these new omens, new types of ways you can apply currency to your items to make better items. Previously you could just basically exalt and gamble that. It is still gamba, but there's way more deterministic ways of getting the things that you can gamba with, or gamba in. If that makes sense. But essentially, you can desecrate items now, and you can create some really great items with the new mechanic of the Abyss League. And that's really cool, and some flavor to the game, which I think is heavily needed, and makes it more fun. In fact, so fun, it makes me think about going to hardcore SSF, or potentially just hardcore trade. The reason I say that is because, well, the new Abyss mechanic is pretty powerful. If I do stay alive, I'm just thinking, yo, it could be actually fun to dominate the hardcore trade market. That's a possibility. That'd be really cool, especially with the asynchronous edition, which I believe the entire community is really enjoying, and they're going to swap to that full-time, and that's going to get converted to POE1. Absolutely happening, not even a question. It's just better, isn't it? Just having that. I'm also curious, what do you guys think of the new regal tier, well, the currency tier system? I think it's adding a little bit more bloat, a little bit more bubble currency. It's a band-aid to a problem they don't have a solution to. Or rather, they do have a solution in POE1, but they don't want to make a game like POE1, so they're just going to try to make something new and different. And hey, I'm all up for that. They're giving this a try right now. It's kind of interesting because it does solve a problem in the beginning and semi-mid game, but then it gets to a weird spot in the economy. I think, personally, I'm not a big fan. I would like to see like further implementations or improvements. Perhaps 3 tiers is a little bit much. Maybe 2 tiers. I don't know. I don't know what that might be. Fix it. No, of course I'm joking. But, it's an interesting try, GGG. But I want to see more ideas. I think it might be better with more currency and other things to, sink the currency into the economy with. We'll have to see how that works in the future and the new patches. So anyway, let's talk about, we talked about the new campaign, the interlude. I thought it was one of the best campaigns that is in POE2. I loved it. Loved the areas. The vibe was just on. Seriously. Hands down, dick on the table. The Act 4 was the best act. Maybe I have some recency bias here. I don't know. I did very much like it. Fuck Act 3. Not a big fan of that. What else is there? Monkey's great, I guess, in Act 3. Interlude, the second bit of the interlude, so not the left, not the right, but the middle part. is a little bit long. I don't know what the fuck Jonathan was thinking about with that one. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. The area is way too large. It's got like fuck off size. It's an interesting choice, GGG, but very much not a big fan of it. Outside of that, though, it's great. I don't want to do Act 3 again, so what a great fix for the meantime until Act 5 and Act 6. Can't wait to see what's in store, if it's going to be as vibey as Act 4. Oh, it's going to be hands down the best campaign ever to be existed in, like, this kind of genre. Just easy. Let's talk about the end game. So, end game. Yeah, that's a thing in PoE 2. Not as much of a thing as I would like it to be, I'm afraid to say. Unfortunately, it does not add too much. And the whole Abyssal thing is a little bit D4-esque. A bit of a D4 patch, if you ask me. Again, maybe that's a little bit too harsh. I'm thinking about it now. You know, you get the new implementation of the new mechanics, you get the new boss and things. The new bosses, by the way, really jank and really OP for some reason. Not very well telegraphed, and I think that needs definitely more cooking time, because I think they made the same kind of mistake with Abyss and PoE 1. So that's a little bit of a letdown, a little bit of a disappointment. Killing new, you know, lots of mobs on the screen is fun, so there is that. The interactability with the actual mechanic is great, or the things that it drops is kind of good. The problem I'm having is, you know, what's the chase? That's what I'm thinking to myself. Like, I'm doing these maps and I'm like, you know, running through them, and I've done them before. And yeah, we have new maps and that gives a little bit more flavor, but what is the chase exactly? Because for the moment, I'm playing a meta build, right? I'm trivializing the game. You see me playing the game in the background here. And it's really easy for me, and I don't even have the best gear in the world, especially with the new league mechanics. Like, these items, they're not like state of the art. They really are like higher mid tier in a trade league. And I can do way better, but I just feel like, what's next for me? You know, I've got the interaction, I've got the damage, I've got the evasion, the defenses. I don't really have anything else to look out for anymore. Like, you know, the progression of the end game is definitely just not cooked enough. It needs more oven time. And this is a non-issue in PoE 1, but PoE 1, of course, has been out for many years. It's got that interaction, it's fleshed out more. And I am a believer, it will happen. It will happen. It's just not there yet. And I'm really looking forward to new content, new things they will add. I'm sure you guys are looking forward to it too. I mean, the potential is definitely there, and I want nothing more but to succeed. For GGG to succeed in this game, because I'm loving the time when I do play the game, especially like the early game to mid game, which is why I'm thinking to do hardcore, right? Because the hardcore amplifies that experience by a bunch. The loot that drops on the ground, I'm thinking, yo, let's just do that. You know, let's log in HC, maybe HC SSF. I'm more inclined to do trade, of course, because of how different it is to the normal league. But yeah, we'll have to see what's up. Definitely thinking to go hardcore. I think it would be fun to stream it too. You know, I'm not a big streamer or anything like that, but I think it would just be fun. You know, just to log in and prolong that enjoyment and feel the character's progression, which is lacking a lot in endgame. Especially if you have done and beat all of the bosses towards the end, right? There's nothing much going on there in terms of that. Let's just put it this way: if you've played this game previously and completed the game, meaning all of the bosses, all of the acts multiple times, and you know, all of the nexuses, Arbiter of Ash, all of that, you're not missing out on much. You know, in that case, it's a little bit of a default patch. Okay, no, not really. But, you know, if you haven't, then you probably still will have a lot more fun than I am currently. But that's just me for the moment. Alright, that was it. Just a little bit of thoughts and opinions. See ya.